What sounds good in theory, but is actually terrible in practice? In theory, recommendation algorithms that recommend content that is similar to other content you like sounds like a good idea. In theory, it means you can easily find more shows that you like. In practice, the lack of diverse content shunts you into very narrow categories of interest. So you get bored more easily and it actually becomes more difficult to find things you like. It's like eating your favorite food every day for dinner. It'll quickly stop being your favorite food. Many sexual fantasies. Flying cars, bikes, really dangerous. Just be yourself. Yourself isn't bad. I would probably like you, but also we could try to grow and be better. And maybe prune some stuff that isn't helping us anymore. Sometimes we might be defensive about ourselves and end up stifling our own development. It does have a better ring to it though than remember that you're a valid human with inherent worth. But some of the things you do or think might not be the best. And we can learn new strategies while reminding ourselves that our self-worth and identity isn't formed from not making mistakes or having to make changes, but rather is universal and unassailable. Everyone is commenting about sex and government. I'm gonna change it up. Open office plans, they look nice and you can chat easily. But the noise makes it hard to focus. Everyone needs headphones and there's always a jerk who doesn't respect the headphones. They will walk up to you instead of messaging you so you get distracted and lose your train of thought. Weaving 20 trash bags into a makeshift parachute doesn't work. Ask me how I know. Buying tea based on scent. It absolutely seems like it should work, but it doesn't. Earl Grey is my favorite tea, but I think it smells terrible. 1,000 girlfriends. Don't care what others think. There's a fine line between not being a people pleaser and just being a dick. You shouldn't change who you are for others. But you shouldn't take that as an excuse to just say whatever you want. The government should run like a business. No, it should not. The government is a service, not a business. Sex in the shower. There really isn't enough room and water is not a lubricant. Save the romantic shower for after. Do what feels good. I thought that having the sum total of human knowledge at everyone's fingertips would be great. I assumed that it would create a better informed and better educated populace. It turns out that a lot of people took that as an invitation to do half-assed research to confirm their various biases. On top of that, it includes a massive pile of disinformation and bullshit, negating the entire point. Active learning. Lectures are supposed to help student because the teachers summarize his/her own experience and knowledge of that subject and feed it to them. Take that away and give it a positive meaningless name, then you get the active learning, where students feel crushed under the pressure of learning everything from scratch without any guidance. Especially when the course is very short and there is too much material to cover that there simply isn't time for students. Influencers' investment advices. Trust your gut instincts. Sometimes our gut is a trauma response. Sometimes our instincts are prejudices ingrained in us by society or upbringing. Some of us have anxiety issues and would never do a damn thing if we listened to the instincts to run from everything. It's not always trustworthy, and sometimes it's better to do the thing even if every inch of you thinks it's a bad idea. Breakfast in bed. People think it's so nice and relaxing, but in reality, you just get crumbs all over the sheets and risk splashing coffee or milk on them. And it's also kind of awkward to eat propped up against pillows. 10 McDonald's cheeseburgers. Physically removing people from cults. It's been done and it just reinforces the belief that they are being persecuted for their religion. Sex on a beach. It's a trope and seems sexy and fun. Water, waves, sand, But sand isn't soft. It sticks and finds its way everywhere. And I do mean everywhere. Not enjoyable. Dating apps. Live for today. A lot of people have fucked up their futures by only living for today. Cooking in the kitchen with your significant other. I'm trying to work and you're in my way, move. Teaching high school students that abstinence is the only option. Schools that do have more teen pregnancies,